Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to be reviewing a acrylic kit from Modelones. You can tell how excited I was for this video. So Modelones sent me the rainbow acrylic kit to review. It has 5 colors in it. You can buy the kit in the large pots as well as in the smaller pots. I got the larger pots. So this is what the label looks like on the jars of acrylic. And then it has some monomer and an acrylic brush number, I don't know, I'll have to check, number 12. So of course you want to prep your brush before you use it. The first color I'm going to swatch is color number 1. This is a really like a light pink with a very fine delicate shimmer in it. It is so beautiful. I fell in love with it immediately. So this was my first time using this brush, so you'll see that my first beads are a bit dry. I was getting used to working with this brush. For those of you who have been following me for a while, you know that acrylic is new for me, so I had been practicing my acrylic application for a little bit before receiving this kit, luckily. But I have to say I really love working with acrylics. So this is number 1. I'm going to turn it around in just a second. Here it is. I hope you can see the shimmer in the video because it's definitely there. The second color is number 6, which is this beautiful warm shade of yellow. It reminds me of the color of a mango. Yeah, very pretty. I have to say I found these acrylics very easy to work with. I also did use the monomer that came with the kit for the swatching portion of the video. So here we have the yellow. Isn't it so pretty? Then number 5 is like a neon orange, excuse me. Again, I really like this color. Maybe it's not super neon, but it's really bright though. This kit has a really beautiful color palette, in my opinion. So even for a beginner, because you guys know I'm a beginner, these powders were really easy to work with. I was really pleased with that. So this is the orange. I had a little air bubble in there, but that's okay. Then number 7 is a really bright green. Yeah, I forgot to do this with the other pots, but before using an acrylic powder, you should definitely shake it and stir it to prevent marbling. This is something that I learned from my good friend Sassyfantasie. A beautiful shade of green. After swatching all of the colors, I am going to be doing a design with this kit, but for that I am going to use my own acrylic brush because I'm used to working with it and I know the way it picks up my monomer and my powder. So here we have the green, beautiful shade for summer, and then the last color is number 2, which is a really bright pink, a darker shade of pink. Look at that. Oh, I love this. This bead was a little bit too dry as well. But what you do in that case is you clean off the excess acrylic from your brush and then you dip it back into your monomer, and with your wet brush you go back onto your bead to pat it out. So the wet brush will add liquid to your bead so it is less dry and it's easier to maneuver. So here we have the pink. This was, well, both of the pink shades were my favorites from the kit. So here we have all the colors together. Aren't they just so pretty? So for the design, I decided to do a summery fruit design, and I am starting on the ring finger, and I'm going to just do a full nail of that light pink. So this will just be the base of the nail, so I'm trying to keep this layer thin. I enjoyed creating this set so much. So you can see that I had already done a pinky nail, but I didn't end up liking that, so ignore what you see on the pinky at this time, because I'm going to do something else for the pinky. I wanted the color to be nice and even though, so yeah, apparently I did add a few small wet beads. I have to tell you guys, I never thought I would enjoy working with acrylics as much as I do, but I absolutely adore it. So for the middle finger, I'm going to do a marble, but I'm going in with a bead of the orange color at the cuticle area to make sure that this is nice and neat. Again, what you see on the index finger at this time, ignore, because I decided to change that. So I'm doing a marble with the orange and the 2 shades of pink. Like I said, I am still pretty new with acrylics, so I was kind of struggling a bit for the marble. Well, struggling is a big word, but you know, it didn't go very smoothly, but it turned out really pretty, the end result. So you know what? It doesn't matter if it doesn't really go as easy as you are hoping or thinking it goes, as long as you're happy with the end result. I'm just placing wet beads of all 3 colors randomly on the nail, and then I'm swirling through with my brush. And then I'll even pick up another bead and swirl through what's already there. As long as your acrylic is still wet and movable, you can add as much as you need to. I think these 3 colors were so pretty in the marble as well. I added some of the lighter pink at the top because I felt it was too much of just the orange. See how much I'm actually just adding and you know, working on it until I'm happy with it. Again, some more of the light pink. Some orange. For the thumb, I'm going to do an ombre with 3 of the colors. I'm using the yellow, the orange, and the pink. So I'm starting with the yellow at the tip of the nail, then I'm fading it up. And then in the middle I have the orange, so I'm applying my bead. I am trying to keep these beads pretty wet at the beginning so they're easy to fade. I have to fade them up as well as down. I was really pleased with how this ombre turned out. I mean, for a beginner doing an ombre with acrylic, I was pleasantly surprised. So I'm going in with the pink at the cuticle area. So first I am pushing the product near the cuticle, making it nice and neat there, and then I'm pulling it down. I had way too much on, so I'm taking some of it off. And then pulling it down. I think I took a little more off. Yeah. So I'm done pulling it down and now I'm fading it. So you guys, don't be discouraged as beginners, because just keep working on it and it will turn out great. I am going to apply some more wet beads of the orange, I think, and the yellow. I'm not sure. So here I go with the orange, fading it up into the pink first. These three colors are also perfect to ombre together. Some more of the orange. And some more. Just make sure you keep it nice and thin so that you can still encapsulate. I am going to put some glitter and some Fimo on top of this that I'm going to encapsulate. So I was trying to keep it as thin as possible. But you see, I did add quite a lot of the wet beads to get my ombre looking the way I wanted it to. Again, some more of the pink. So back to the ring finger, I'm going to cover the entire nail in this. This is just a clear mylar. Well, mylar isn't clear, it's iridescent, but it doesn't have a color. So I'm just covering the entire nail. And I am picking the mylar up with some clear acrylic. Mylar isn't always the easiest to work with, but it is really pretty. I added some wherever I wanted to add some, and then I did apply a really wet layer of acrylic on top to make sure that they stay in place. On the marble nail, I'm applying a few pieces of the mylar as well. Again, ignore the index finger and the pinky at this point because they went in the trash. So I have several types of fruit Fimo. I'm cutting some of them in half, so I have half pieces. I try to go with fruits in the colors matching the acrylic colors. So I'm applying my Fimo with some clear acrylic as well. I'm using a smaller brush. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm using a smaller brush so I can pick up small beads of acrylic to push the Fimo into. And also it's easier to pick up my pieces of Fimo with a smaller brush. I am also putting a small bead of clear on top of each piece so that it stays in place later when I come in to encapsulate. Also on the ombre nail, I'm going to be applying some Fimo and also a few pieces of the mylar. I forgot to switch to my smaller brush at this point, and I noticed that it was harder to do with my regular acrylic brush, but I did switch back to my smaller one a little later, I think. Isn't the ombre so pretty though with these three colors? I love it so much. It reminds me of like a sunset. So the representative from Modelones that I talked to told me that I should be getting a discount code for you guys. At the time I'm doing this voiceover, I don't know what that is yet, but I will leave it in my description box, so check there for it. No, I'm still working with my big brush apparently. Few tiny pieces on the tip of the nail. Sorry, I was faffing a lot. This piece just didn't want to lay the way I wanted it to. Eventually I got it right. So I'm applying some clear acrylic in between the clusters of glitter and Fimo, so that later on when I come to encapsulate the entire nail, there isn't too much of a difference in height between the several sections of the nail. I hope you guys know what I'm trying to say. So on the pinky, I'm going in with the green acrylic, and I'm going to do an ombre from the cuticle area to the well, fading it down obviously, and I'm trying to keep the tip clear. So after doing this first layer of my green, I'm going to be applying some Fimo pieces. I'm then putting a little clear over the Fimo because I want to apply some more of the green and fade it over the fruit a little bit, the Fimo fruit, so I needed a bit of a smooth surface to do the fade. So here we go. I really like how this turned out, fading it a little bit over the fruit. And then on the index finger, I am doing a marble with the green, the light pink, and then some clear. I'm going to do this on the tip area, and I'll be doing a nail bed with the light pink later and fading this over the marble. So I wanted to do a marble and an ombre or a fade to see if I could do it with these powders, and you guys saw that it was definitely doable even for a beginner. So I was so pleased with these powders, and because I am a beginner, I don't really have that many acrylic colors yet, so I decided I wanted to place a big order. So here I'm going in with that bead of the light pink again, trying to get it nice and neat at the cuticle. It was a bit wet. Trying to get it nice and neat at the cuticle first, and then I'll fade it down. I will be adding some more of the light pink to get my nail bed nice and opaque. So I was able to buy a lot of acrylic powders on the website with a nice discount because they are having an acrylic sale at the moment. So if you guys are looking to get some acrylic powders, definitely go check it out because they have a really nice selection of powders. I can tell you guys with acrylics, first when I started practicing, I did like the practice sheets and practice in picking up my beads, you know, several sizes of beads and also several consistencies from wet to dry beads. So I thought I covered up a little too much of my green, so I added some green. That's what I'm doing here. Anyway, about the practicing with the acrylics, I'm going to be doing some hand painting. I'm sorry to be jumping from one thing to the next. And I'm using all gel polishes from Modelones. I'm using these the yellow, the orange, the green, and the pink. They are from a gel polish set that was called, I don't know, neon or rainbow, I'm not sure. And then I'm using Africa white and cocoa black, and I'm going to be painting some kawaii fruits. So on the index finger I'm doing a pineapple. So I mixed some of the yellow and the orange to create a different shade for my pineapple. Anyway, as I was saying about the acrylics, after practicing my bead pickup and different sizes of beads and different consistencies, you can only do this so much. So I would advise you to just start practicing on doing sets. Of course, it's easy when you have a practice hand, so I did like an acrylic set every day for like a week to practice, and it really improved my application. So I did 2 coats of this orange type color for my pineapple. Now I'm going to, well, first I was trying to get a darker green, but I didn't like this, so then I decided to use this mix to make like a brown color to do some outlining. So I've added some yellow to this green and black mix, and I'm going to add some more color, I don't remember what, some of the orange, another bit of green. So that was my brown shade, I think. And then I'm taking some of the green to create like the leaves at the top of the pineapple. So these fruits were not meant to be realistic, obviously they're kawaii fruits, so I was just trying to keep them simple and cute. So I did 2 layers of this greenery as well. I was talking earlier about a discount code and the acrylic sales, so you guys should know that you can't use a discount code on items that are already on sale, but you can use it on all the other products. And then I'm using that brown color I mixed to do an outline on the body of the pineapple. Is it called the body? I don't know. Anyway, you guys see what I'm doing. I'm cleaning up, of course, when I need to before curing. I do flash cure often when I'm doing this. Every time I'm satisfied with a line or something, I'll flash cure to make sure that that's not going to go anywhere when I mess up. And then I'm doing this kind of a grid to create like the structure of the pineapple peel. So I did flash cure after each line when I was doing this grid. But I cut that out of the video, but I'm just mentioning it so you guys know. So here is when the grid was finished. And then I'm taking some of the green, adding some of the black, but I think I added less black than before. And I'm using this darker shade of green to outline the greenery of the pineapple. There we go after all the outlines. And then I'm going to be using some of the solid painting gels also from Modelones to create some, well, the face, the eyes and the little mouth and the cheeks. I'm using a dotting tool for all of the round shapes. Again, I flash cured after the eyes, flash cured after the cheeks. I'm using my detailing brush to create a little mouth. And then when I have cured this mouth, I'm going to add a tongue. And I'm going to do the tongue in white first, so that when I go over with my pink, the pink is really vivid and visible. If I were to do it directly over the black, you wouldn't see the pink very well. So this is the pink I'll use for the tongue, but like I said, first I'm doing it in white. I hope that it's obvious that this is a pineapple. My friend Sassyfantasie, when she saw a picture of this set, she thought it was a carrot. But you know, it's still in the fruit and veggie family. I didn't do veggies, I only did fruits, but you know. So I am mixing orange with some white to... Oh, and I also added some of that previously mixed color for the pineapple. So I'm going to do 2 more kawaii fruits on the ring finger. So I'm mixing that orange for an orange. So first I'm just creating the shape and then I'll fill it in. So I did 2 layers of this. And then I'm using the brown and like the pointy end of a orange wood stick to add all this stippling, because an orange has all these little dents in the peel. And after curing this stippling, I'm applying another thin layer of that orange mix that I did. Of course, after each layer I cure. I don't know if I mentioned it, but I do. And then I added a little bit of greenery on the orange as well, and then I outlined with the brown and the darker green and put a face on the orange. And then I'm going to do a strawberry at the tip of the nail. I mean, the tip of the nail fits perfectly for the shape of a strawberry. That's why I chose to do it there. 2 coats of the pink. I'm doing a pink strawberry. And then some greenery, some outlines on the greenery and a face. I forgot to take a picture, but you can see it in the screen right now. And then of course it's time to top coat. I'm using Modelones top coat, and for the pinky I am top coating the underside of that clear tip as well. On the nails with the hand painting, the characters are going to be raised a bit on the surface, so if you want to even this out, you can apply a layer of base coat before going in with a top coat. I didn't do this, but you can. So of course I forgot to record when I was top coating the ring finger. Obviously I always have to do that. I promise it's not on purpose. But here I am top coating the index finger, and you just also saw me top coating the middle finger. I think those little kawaii fruits turned out so cute. And then lastly we have the thumb. I had a little bit of like small bubbles on the thumb, but that's probably because I overworked my clear acrylic a little bit. Other than that, I really love how this set turned out. I hope you guys did as well. As always, there are pictures at the end of the video. Let me know in the description box what you think of this set. Also what you think of the Modelones acrylics. Are you going to get some? Do you already have some? I will leave the link to the Modelones website and to this kit that I reviewed in my description box, as well as my discount code. Thank you so much to Modelones for sending me this kit to review. Thank you so much to my viewers for watching this video. Leave me a thumbs up if you liked this video, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I will talk to you guys in my next one. Bye bye! Mwah.